to be boring. Yeah, yeah. Tell me you ready, Mellow, you ready to spit for the ladies that keep it nasty, dark and petty. If you would pick me, then you might find this upsetting. You say that you're ready, mother jokes on you, get it?
Hi.
The mics were on. She sounded great.
When they tweeted and said she was gonna be doing, I said, "Did y'all tell her? Did she know?"
No, it was really good. Actually, I was kind of emotional.
I didn't watch any of the Grammys, just because everything that I had going on. But I will sit and watch it.
Look at that ankle, me. Look at that.
That's an ankle.
Fat ass ankle. God damn. It motherfucking her body.
When I was at my largest, I had an ankle bracelet pop off like a weapon.
Oh.
Cause I had a permanent ankle bracelet on, and I went to move my leg, and that bitch said, all around the room. I said, yow! I said, I must know.
When me and Dwayne first started dating, and mind you, this is 20 pounds ago. I was smaller when me and Dwayne first started dating, and we were trying to be a Twitter couple, and we weren't trying to be a Twitter couple, but
it was happening.
It was happening because we were cute. And he got me a Dwayne anklet with his name on it from Zales. And I tried to put it on, and it
you was trying to suck your ankle?
We had to go back up to Zales to get an extender for the anklet.
That's why I always say, like, Ray Charles would have been so mad when he got me to the
Now my
wrist is little.
This ankle,
that nigga would have got a hook of this Hawaiian roll on the side over here and would have been pissed. Let me turn my ears up. I'd be like, wait, I can sing. Can I sing?
Man, Dan has something problematic to say.
Say it to me later. Text
no, it kind of goes into even like our ableism conversation a couple episodes back, and how sometimes things do be ableist, but they do be funny.
Oh, should be hilarious.
So it was a clip of Stevie Wonder. I think Lady Gaga or somebody had blew him a kiss, and his person who was with him was like, "Hey, she blew you a kiss," and he blew a kiss. And then one of my mutuals, Janie, was like, "Oh, you can tell he really is blind by the way he blew that kiss, because he didn't know where to blow it." And then Imani, the one, the disabled activist who ain't shit funny with her, which fair.
Oh, Crutches and Spice.
Yes. I didn't know where you were going with that.
That's her name.
I did not know that. I called her name. So she was like, she was saying how it's problematic for Black disabled people, to have the disability question, all that thing. And she's right.
You're right.
However, Stevie Wonder can see jokes are funny to me, and it is problematic, and I'm not denying that.
And you know what? Certain shit that's inappropriate, sometimes the juice is not worth the squeeze, and the shit does fall flat, and it's like, okay, that's not funny.
And when I got back for making the joke, I haven't made it publicly since.
Yes, but it's also like...
But you cannot police my chuckles at the house.
It's funny. It is funny that he did not know what way to blow kiss. It's funny. Now, is it funny?
Stevie.
It's not funny that he's blind. Nobody's saying it's funny that he can't see. That's terrible.
Yeah. Or questions that he can, like the Stevie can see jokes. I guess, and I think that's what makes it problematic in the blackness of it all, is because it's like, ain't nothing wrong with him. He can see.
I don't think it comes from ain't nothing wrong with him. I think it's more so, and still wrong, but I think it's more so a kind of like mark about how well he seems to move around the world, where it's just kind of like, it's kind of like when you sit at home and you stay home from school and then like you laugh. Your parents are like, you laugh, you can go to fucking school. I think that's how the Black community views Stevie, because it's like, nigga, what's going behind the lids? I want to know. I want to fucking know.
That's so funny.
But it is fucked up.
It is fucked up.
Yeah.
I think sometimes people need to know how to just be wrong. Like, again, with me, with everything, there's nuance in literally everything. Some shit is just wrong. Some things are, okay, we can talk about, you know what I'm saying? Like, or even, like the way that people deal with Samira on TikTok, she's fucking right.
She's right, but she has got the gall to be big and a black woman and
super accomplished
and super accomplished
and athletic,
and people literally cannot take that, and that's the issue. Because sometimes it's not that it's the message; it's the message coming from you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the fact that the message is coming from you, and when people don't think that you're the appropriate person for a message.
Did you see that fucking bisexual stud make fun of Samara in that fucking fast suit? Did you see that?
I saw that ugly yellow
that
bitch.
Stupid shit.
Fucking beige weirdo. Hey, you ain't small, ho. Her belly button is small just like mine is. So what the fuck is you
What
over
are you
here
talking about?
What are you
It's
talking
like,
about?
and I think even like
You could have just had a heavy lunch and did it. You didn't need to put on no fast
you
suit.
just not Google for a day now.
Yeah, you could have just ate a bunch of cheese and got right on camera. You didn't have to.
You didn't have to do
You
all
had
that.
to spend your money at the liquor
It's
store.
like you need your ass beat, but that is just so because
But
like
a lot of times I feel like studs are not funny in the same way that men are not funny. And I know that that's controversial to say, but something about like the masculinity of it all plays into the patriarchy. It plays into the things that uphold violent things for women and black women.
oh for sure. I think
it's not funny.
it's
Only
problematic.
funny stud is Tay, my friend.
Oh yeah, but she doesn't make content.
Yeah, I'm
That's what I'm saying. No, I think studs can be funny because not defending that. I'm saying like studs can be funny because people can be funny. I'm not saying stud content creators, but I'm saying I do believe that I've been wanting to say this. I'm so glad you brought it up, and it's not really my place to say this. I don't necessarily feel, but again, I'm a person.
Well, this is your place
to observe things, but I don't like stud content that caters to men. You're performing for men. You're
being a pick-me.
You're still taking the long way to be a pick-me, and even just like switch up content. Oh look, I got a dress on. You know you can wear a dress, baby, because you're a girl. So why are you for niggas to be like, all right, I see, and then like even feeding into like the juice get about like I like stud, which is pretty dangerous. It's just all of that.
I think that needing male validation, no matter who you are, not even just for women, even other men, never goes away. And if you don't constantly check yourself about it, you will always fall victim to it and be doing dance monkey for like collective male. It's never going to be enough. And it's like, why would you go through all of that? Having the experience of being in such a marginalized group to then, want niggas to tell you your ass fat anyway, even though every other day you wearing, I don't know, an essential sweatsuit.
I don't know.
So,
and I think it's about men, even as an audience, as someone who is like, people who see consumers, men are a fickle audience. So,
and they don't buy shit.
They don't buy shit. You're over here placating to men. Well, they don't buy shit. They don't buy shit. They're fickle. They'll turn on you in a second. You doing all this dancing.
That's why Gunna is okay, because his audience is the bitches.
That's why he
The
alright.
reason Drake ended up being the international superstar that he is because he had the bitches. The bitches were his ground. As bitches in 2011,
I was bitches.
I purchased So Far Gone. Not So Far Gone. The one who Take Care. He was bitches. When he started placating to the niggas, guess what happened? Bitches is. Why don't y'all pander to the bitches? Y'all want the patriarchal power of things, but like that's fickle.
It's fickle, but I think because people think like an association to things is like it's like a ladder. Too. Like if I can if I can get on that rung and then that rung is right there, I'll pull myself up.
That's like when niggas defend billionaires. You're not gonna be one.
You're not gonna be that. You're never like for me. One thing, the reason I can be so disgusted with men, and the reason that I can really not give a fuck what they think about, for the most part, I'm still a person navigating a world ran by patriarchy. For the most part, I cannot give a fuck about what they think. It's because I'm never going to be a man. I'm never going to be a man. I'm never going to be a white man. I am never going to exist in those halls of power. That's never where my power is going to come from. No matter how close I can get to it, because I know who I am. I know what I look like. I know who I can act like. If I wanted to be a fucking put up, trad wife, cooking and cleaning and shutting the fuck up, and I love my man, I could do it, and I could do it well. I could have been not working. my power is never going to come from that. This girl was talking about.
That's not power.
It's not power. This girl was talking about how today, like, the girls on TikTok who are like, soft life, my man pay for everything, and I really don't got to do nothing, blah, 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 blah. First of all, you're a liar. You're sucking dick. Whew. That's number one. I want us all to stop
Let me go clock in every day.
Exactly. I want us all to stop playing games about what it looks like to be kept by a man. And the girl made an excellent point. You are an employee with no benefits, and you can't report that nigga to the EEOC. You are a worker, an S1. But you saying I don't have to, do anything, and he take care of me. He buys you shit that you can't afford on your own. He puts you in apartments that you would need his help to pay for and if he wasn't around. Your car, you can't afford that shit if he not around. That's why you watch these little young Atlanta socialites, even the old ones, they always switching apartments, they always switching cars. Because that last nigga you fucking with, even if he didn't take it back, he stopped paying for it.
So now you gotta move.
Because you can't afford that
and
shit.
It's just, that has never been appealing to me. I'll split rent every day. I don't care. I split rent, so.
I ain't split no rent.
I split rent.
But I'll be by myself.
Well, it's also fine.
I'll live by myself.
I don't mind splitting rent because the moment a man tries to throw something in my face, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather pay for my security. And I wouldn't be with a man that would, like, dangle shit over my head like that, but just in general, because a man is a man.
Because you can't put anything past them.
You can't put anything. A man is a man is a man is a fucking man.
When I saw Charles throw, what's her name, out of that house in that Tyler Perry movie,
I
said,
Charles did that like that?
That was formative to me. I said, that's one of the reasons, even if I'm living with a man or considering living with a man, we will never live in a home that I can't pay for by working at a restaurant. Mm-hmm. That is one of my ground rules. I don't give a fuck what we got going on. If it's just me and you when we live together, I need to work at a place that if you leave here,
I can pay for it.
You ain't gonna put me on no fucking work at
because a man will
Snooze.
wake up one day. Snooze is funny. Wake up one day and it's like, you know what? I hate this bitch. Actually, get out. Here's my new bitch.
Or even if I don't hate this bitch, I'm finna start doing this bitch so dirty. The amount of times I've been on like Reddit or other forums where people have been like treated poorly, they man started stepping out on them, or he just started not coming home, or he started staying out with his friends all night. The way that those things happened in an instant to those women, and it wasn't nothing like, oh, I should have seen it coming. And you ignored the signs. No, like even with this, I saw this girl on TikTok make she was talking about how she cut off one of her guy friends because he said that the reason that he didn't have custody, the reason that he had custody of his daughter is that his baby mama just up and left one day, signed over her rights, and was done. Mind you, this lady has always wanted a child. She wanted a baby, whatever the case may be. She scratched the story a little bit. Apparently, he trapped this lady with the baby, knowing that she wanted a kid and was going to keep it, right? Mm-hmm. And he's like, I didn't want her to be with nobody else, so I got her pregnant because even if I didn't want her, even if I was going to be doing her dirty, I didn't want her to be able to, like, move around like that. I wanted her, I wanted to know where she was, basically, and, like, what she was doing. I knew she was going to be busy with a kid, shit like that. So he said, the girl said that she's sitting here listening to this story, and it's the most sinister thing that she ever heard, that this nigga intentionally trapped this lady, fucked her life up. It did something to her career. You know what I'm saying? Like she had to quit doing certain shit, all this. So she listens to this nigga say all this evil shit. But then at the end of her video, she says, y'all need to pick better niggas. You've been this nigga friend for years, and you didn't know this. You've been his nigga friend for years, and you didn't know this. And then when you found out, you made the decision to cut him off. But now you need to pick better niggas. The niggas be being better niggas until they not. They be being better niggas.
And that's so funny how men frame these stories of them and victimhood. And again, women don't take no accountability. But I just saw a comedy clip so funny that dude was doing crowd work, brought a nigga on there like, yeah, my girl just left me after such and such. And the girl in the audience was like, hey, you know Hector? And he was like, yeah, fool, I know it. They was like Mexican, but like stereotypically, like in a funny way. Mm-hmm. He's like, yeah, fool, I know Hector. Yeah, I was his ex-fiance. You guys used to be cheating together. Yeah, I know him. You're lying. You've been cheating on her for a year. It was so fucking funny. So they called a cousin. And she was like, I don't even know you. She was like, okay, ask him. Hey, Hector, does the comedian's like, hey, Hector, does such and such know Griselda? And he's like, yeah, you know Griselda. What's up, fool? And she was like, see, I'm lying. But I'm like, you framed this whole thing like something was done to you. No, she had enough. On the flip side, though, did you see Young TT on the phone to cuss somebody baby daddy out?
Yes.
And he's like, nah, man, the baby got UTIs. And she babies
having UTIs?
crazy. I
Somebody
didn't know
gotta be to
UTI
jail.
till I was like 26.
Well, that's usually a sign of
SA.
in a child.
So people were asking like, what? So apparently she was like, well, she's not teaching her how to brush her teeth properly, so she's probably not letting her know how to wipe properly. And I also, as someone who wasn't wiping properly as a little girl, I ain't getting no UTI. It's a deeper it's deeper what's going on. But she's like, actually, I'm applying for full custody because that bitch is tripping.
Yeah.
So it's just a lot. What's so crazy about the internet these days is like people in accountability. Granted, she needs her ass whooped, but like, what are you as a commenter? Why are you doxing this lady? What are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
People on the internet, I think there's so much brain rot. You know what I'm saying? Like even when we were at the restaurant, we were talking about Teeny. This girl, and far be it for me to defend a white woman.
Far be it. I tweeted that last year. Far be it
for me to defend a white woman. But even when people started being mean to her, I
About
tried
mac
to
and
find
cheese.
what she did. The girl makes macaroni and cheese.
Because she's a chef.
She's a chef. And it's like her baby has passed away and people are happy about it. People
because of macaroni and cheese.
Because you don't like how she handled the situation regarding a recipe online. Are y'all fucking well?
Are you well?
Are you okay?
There's another situation on the internet, and it may be a touchy subject, but it was very funny to me how the comments were playing out. And it's a very ridiculous situation.
Go on.
Did you see the girl from Morgan State who got jumped by the AKAs at the Founders Day party?
No, I did not know that was happening in this world. No, I didn't. I did not see that. It seems like it was funny because you're full throat laughing.
It's so funny. It's so... Because I was like, ooh. And
Why
she's
did they
telling the
jump her?
story. They say she broke the line, but then she didn't break the line.
I have
and
a
that's silly, right? But what's funny to me is the comments like, y'all need to report this, press charges, whatever. They found the entire lines, the name of every girl on the line. They done doxed everybody in the fucking chapter. And that shit is so funny to me because imagine you just a girl with the GPA, you legacy, and now your whole goddamn name is
in bold letters on the internet.
Because your law system fucking pushed the girl in the club. That shit was so funny to me because one nightmare situation, right? They put all 47 of them bitches' names in the comments. How did you find the chapter roll sheet? That shit's so funny to me.
I have that people breaking the line thing. I think it's not that serious. Like everybody's not in your little fucking gang. Everybody doesn't know.
Everybody doesn't play by those rules. Everybody doesn't know what's going on.
Everybody doesn't know. And that's any sorority, any fraternity. People don't know. People don't know.
People genuinely don't know.
Or care. Like if I'm walking this way, I'm sorry I interrupted your middle of the dance floor community dance.
Which is why I don't support strolling at the club because it's too many people that don't know, people that don't care. And then as a gang member, there would be people who would antagonize us in the line. I will say they would. Mm-hmm. They better not hit me. Watch what I do. And it's just like, man, why you fucking with me? Come on, leave us alone.
But also, it's like shared space.
It's a shared space.
It's a shared space, and because you can do it. Y'all can do y'all routine over here on the side together. Y'all ain't got to move. Y'all can bust y'all moves right over here by the bar, and we be cool.
Ooh, shit.
We be cool.
It's a mobile situation. So an older Delta had made a video like as a line leader, you have to be cognizant of the environment around you, like know when to stop the line. Okay, y'all, I know I'm blocking the bathroom. Let me not block your whatever because it gets kind of crazy. You got to find a path. It's a whole thing.
Cause let me have to take a shit in the club and y'all over here body rolling. Move, bitch. Like I need to go.
Right.
I need to use the bathroom.
And there's like, oh, excuse me, my bad, baby. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me. Let me just, hey, you just gonna go this way. Okay, you gotta. Don't worry about it, boo. Oh, you gotta. You know what I'm saying? It's ways to go about it. And then, so it seems that there's more, because she said it was a Founders Day party, and it was multiple chapters, because it's Baltimore, so it's like part of the Howard girls, part of the Morgan, Bowie, whatever citywide chapter. There was several chapters. She was like, I'm cool with all the other chapters. It's just them hoes I got a problem with, that she been had a problem with. So I get, the girl said that the AKA girl pushed her, and she's like, hey, did you push me by accident, or were you being rude? And the girl's like, I'm being rude. These hoes crazy. So she was like, what? So I guess it like escalated outside, all this shit. And I would be lying if I said I was not in similar situations in undergrad. Like it just got like that. But also these are young, unregulated, goddamn lunatics in these organizations on power trips, on foolishness, drunk, whatever else. This shit, it be happening. And it's just like, and the school's not doing anything. They would never rest if these dumbass situations off campus,
Yeah.
not defending it, but just saying like,
Because what are they supposed to do about it?
it was off campus.
And also, like, I
police were
want
called.
everybody
What-
to use their brains. Like, on the one hand, like, yes, like,
that shouldn't be happening, but what,
it shouldn't be happening.
She was a killed a girl?
Why would you be fucking with somebody that you know brought at very least 18 other bitches with her? Like, just straight up, let's use our fucking thinkers when we're outnumbered.
And
Like,
you even think about not even a sorority, right? It's levels. It's like sorority, you're representing something bigger than you, but these are also little young gang members. It's also like power trips. It's also politics. It's also elitism. It's also all those things, right?
and then probably some niggas sprinkled in there somewhere.
And
Nigga
it's
drama.
always niggas
There's
involved
always
somewhere. You
niggas,
scratch it
yeah.
long enough, it's gonna be niggas involved. Think about that one friend group. You know, friends in undergrad, ready to go at all times. I spill my drink on you. You're ready to fight. It's the same shit.
Yeah.
These hoes is watching baddies. They're even worse. These young hoes is watching baddies.
That's so crazy to me.
When we had Bad Girls Club, there was a drop of couth with Bad Girls Club.
My spirit feels in a knot anytime I see a clip from baddies.
The little Natalie baddies pose for 'em. My
Some young hoes started yelling shot o'clock at my local Mexican. I said, oh, let me go ahead and get my bag. They said, baddie, shot o'clock. I said, Alejandro, could I have my tab?
I'm gonna go ahead.
I'm just going ahead and go home. I'll come back later. Because I didn't even know young hoes knew where this was. This is a haunt for gay teachers and gossipy white moms. That's why I come here.
I did not sign up for young ho
I did not.
ENT.
I just my thing is at this point in my life with young hoes being around and like kids, like even like I want to go out. I want to go places, and I have been going out, and I do go places. But like a gaggle of like, and I don't mean young bitches like 28, 29, but like genuine, like you're like 23, 24. Stay the fuck away from me. Stay away from. I mean, I love y'all if you listen to the podcast, but I don't want to be in the same place where y'all at. I
realized I got to go out often. I was in when I was at Sundance, we had a party for our pilot, and they're playing music. You know, I'm out. I'm like, I'm taking shots. I'm outside. Like, you know, I don't really do this often. Do you know Lil Baby Freestyle came on, and I forgot the words?
Yeah, you got to go play.
I said, oh, it's been too long.
Yeah.
Shout out my label. That's me. I'm in this bitch with.
I don't know if I know the whole things. Toward the end, I just start saying banana. And I just don't. Yeah,
but to forget the words to Lil Baby Freestyle, we've gone too far.
Yeah.
You know what you got to far.
You know what you got to far.
And that I'll be back.
Speaking of young people, did you see them kids beat the shit out of that Nazi? They touched all four outside walls with that. They fucked that nigga.
More, please. More of that.
And you know what? The thing about it is, I had to put myself in the mind frame of a teenager. Being a teenager is already fucked. Your skin is fucked up. You having a hard time in school. The bitches is crazy. The niggas is crazy. Your parents probably crazy and or getting divorced or fucking ruining your life somehow. Math new. You trying to apply to college. You doing all of this shit. You got your periods, the worst periods you ever had in your fucking life.
Anybody ask you to prom yet? It's bad.
No, it's bad. It's hard out here. And then a fucking Nazi at my school. We're gonna kill this bitch. Like, I just imagine all the teenage rage and angst that one of them niggas had that nigga in the buck so crazy. He had that nigga locked up.
Them
like
kids have been waiting for that shit for the longest. And that's beautiful because the kids are fed up. My little play niece, she posts some anti-ICE shit on her story every day. She go to one of these Atlanta high schools, they planning walkouts. If you not walking out today, shut the fuck up. I'm like, you know what? God damn it, yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. The fuck?
Yeah.
Get these Nazis out the country.
These children is organizing. The kids are fucking tired.
They had a walkout up in my brother's school. When I said, you going to class today? He said, absolutely not. He said, I won't even be. I'm leaving.
To see that little baby and that goddamn cartoon character skull cap and detained, I said, enough is a goddamn enough. They shooting white men in the goddamn face on the street.
And I said this online, and people tried to correct me and say, like, it's not just black women, it's black people. Black women have been saying since even before, like, the process of, like, abolishing slavery started, that if we're not free, if we're not also involved, because we don't fit these structures of power, we don't fit anywhere in them. If we're not free, then nobody is free. And what is happening now, I hate to say it, I hope I don't sound ridiculous, people are getting treated like black women have been getting treated since the dawn of time. And we've been screaming it, and not in a way that is just like, woe is me, I'm such a victim, but like, hey, this the type of shit that's going on, and if we don't stop it for us, it grows.
Now you care.
Now you care, because now it's just a class war. Now it's just a class war. It's crossed white women. It's crossed white men. They've murdered a straight white man veteran nurse on the street. On the street. It's no more rungs of power.
The ceiling has been hit.
And that's why even the reason that I personally feel like, and this may be apropos, but even the reason why these white people are dying is simply because black people are not outside right now like we usually are. They ain't got nobody else to shoot at.
They ain't got no niggas to kill.
They ain't got nobody else to shoot at. So that's why it's us. Cause and I hate to be that way, because I was talking to my friend the other day and I said, if they come to Atlanta, I'm gonna have to be outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it comes to my door, because they not, like when Cat Williams was like, they ain't killing no motherfucking insurgents, they killing them. That is what is happening at these places. You look in the backgrounds of these things and you're focused on the violence, you're focused on the protests and the fog of war and all of this shit. That's somebody's house you're looking at the background. Imagine just trying to pull out of your apartment complex.
You on a toilet, you hear gunshots, ice outside.
You hear gunshots, people getting killed, people getting dragged out of their home. They following people cars who leaving the grocery store to see if you dropping food off to immigrant families. Did you hear fucking what's his name? I think his name is Ben, has a fake ICE hotline.
When she called her kindergarten
student
and then got mad when he was like, so turns out the 5-year-old isn't a goddamn terrorist. Are you trying to be funny right now? Can I talk to your manager?
He was just repeating back to her, so for y'all who don't know, there's a comedian, I forget his name. I think his name is Ben Palmer. If I'm wrong, please excuse me.
You just picked the whitest name possible.
I think his name is Ben Palmer or something Palmer, whatever.
Someone.
He has a fake ICE tip line where he has set it up for like half comedy, half social experiment, and he records the calls for people who are wanting to report illegal immigrants, report undocumented people. So and this is the only one of these that wasn't funny at all, because usually they are a little bit
like silly.
This teacher, this kindergarten teacher, which I hope so bad somebody identifies her by voice and by the details that she gave, first of all, violated fucking FERPA by going through the files of this child to see his parents' birth information, what country they were born in, to then call this ICE tip line to say, I think that these parents are undocumented, so I'm just reporting them. Their child is in my class.
You're reporting this
She's a
6-year-old
kindergarten
parent.
teacher, which means you looking at my baby every day, worrying about whether I'm undocumented or not. You don't think anything of my child. You don't think this is a
5-year-olds are still toddlers. So you're looking this toddler in the face, teaching them how to read and write and all this shit, and you're ring around the rosy. You
just saying slurs. You just saying slurs in your fucking head. And then when he was like, looks like they're documented, which he doesn't fucking know. But when he's like, looks like they're documented, she sounded disappointed that she did not have the opportunity.
I thought you would be happy about this. Yeah. I am happy. I literally am happy. What's your tone? Are you trying to be funny?
You wanted to have a hand in deporting
this child's parents.
So
then what?
And because what you want him to go to the system and now he trafficked or something? You want him to
they're trafficking them children.
They're trafficking those fucking children.
In concentration camps.
Yep.
And this is just happening.
The white people are eating babies. Learning that. That's what's happening in them Epstein files. I've been reading that shit. They've been eating babies.
Fucking Epstein files are everything that you could imagine the worst shit ever is in the files. Like, it's been so bad, and they kind of released it in the dead of night, so no one could even. Do something.
They say it's alleged that the current leader of this free world was on a stage sticking his digits into children,
young girls,
measuring their vulvas, and then auctioning them off to grown men.
Did you see one of the Epstein pictures, and it's a toddler's foot in a crock in the background?
I did.
No, did you see? And this one was funny. Elon was begging for an invitation, and Gilzane was like, her name is something, not that, but Gilzane was like, no space in the party. I guess it's canceled, friend. You can't even get invited to the predatory demon party. You're that much of a fucking loser. They won't even let you into the demon party.
I can't even find that. It's funny, but I cannot wrap my brain around finding it funny because you zoom out. The richest motherfucker in the world was trying to go to baby eating skin melting island. That is what he was trying to do.
And you weren't even
so
turtly enough for the
bad.
evilest turtle club because you're that much of a fucking loser, which is why you're punishing the rest of the world for it.
Did you see that Jeffrey Epstein had a trap door that led directly into the ocean in one of those rooms? The floor, like say if you pulled this rug up.
So the sharks are eating people who were.
So they just feed it. TikTok has solved a cold case. A girl went missing in 97 in like August.
Fuck.
Yeah, a girl went missing in 97 in like August or some shit like that. She ended up on the Epstein manifest on the plane and never returned. And she's been missing for years. People think her parents had something to do with it, but she just never returned.
And the other crazy part is that he was just like, you can bring everybody you want over here, but don't you bring no goddamn niggas over here.
But I don't think that that's the case. I think that
no, there's definitely black girls over there.
It's black girls
because somebody had a fetish.
I think it's also. I don't want to speak to one, but I think a certain someone may have also been participating in trafficking African girls. Actually, 2 certain celebrity black ladies I think have been participating actively.
Okra and Kale.
I don't think Kale has nothing to do with it.
But Okra
and Schmamble.
Naomi is always at the scene of a crime. If there's a crime to be crimed,
yeah, and that just shows how being pretty can help you move about this world, because that is an evil villain. That is not she's a villain.
And I just don't have them bones in my body. What do you mean you're trafficking girl? That's why nobody wants to hang out with me, because what the fuck you mean?
What do you mean? And it's like, when I think about money, right? Yeah. I think about how I behave now when I have just a little extra coin. Just a tiny bit. And I'm not saying I'm the most sexually sane person in the world. We know I like a kink or two. I'm just fine. When I get dollars, you know what I want to do? I want to trick on my friends. I want to go out of town. I want to eat. I want to travel.
I'm going to be eating so much shit.
I don't want too much on no babies.
I don't want babies.
I don't want even babies in the crib when I'm trying to be rich.
I think with the rich people, and it's like even with the Diddy of it all.
Now, this shit is demonic.
No, this is demonic. This is demonic. But no, we talking about fucking Beyonce. Well, she's also mega rich, and we don't know what we don't know.
I don't know.
And now I don't know what nobody doing.
I don't know. Every white man I've passed in real life, since I have seen those files, I look at a white man and I go, "You'd eat a baby, wouldn't you?" That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
I think and that goes back to the black church conversation. Everything demonic, but the thing that's actually fucking demonic. This is demonic. This is a portal to fucking hell.
This is a portal to
but
hell.
I was thinking about like when you're so rich, you get all the I think that's how and this is no way making an excuse for them, but like just trying to make the logic of it. Mm-hmm. You get all the coochie you want. Oh, all the coochie, just free coochie. I'm bored. I think I want some boy butt now. Not saying that's why niggas is gay, but everybody keeps saying yes to me when I have sex. Let's have a little more fun when people say no. Let me just make them have sex. Okay, well now let's bring some baby oil in. And then this is how that kind of
and it's also about how money can't unlame you. No person who wasn't lame before is gonna behave like this when they get money. No person. Because I think about the fact that, like, there's no billionaire in the world that said, the only person we've really seen trick off on, like, humanity so far with getting a bunch of money is Mackenzie Scott.
I'm about to say that lady.
That's really the only person. And I don't know if she's atoning for something. I don't know what the hell she got going on.
And also the people that's not lame, why you even say nothing? Because I don't even agree with that. Because, like, I think about, we were just talking about niggas on campus who just had all the power and even it wasn't that cute or whatever, but they weren't lame. Mm-hmm. These niggas is goddamn evil. So I can think you can be unlame and still evil. I think you giving non-lame people too much credit.
No, I understand. You know what? That's fair.
You could be you've always been the rich boy, the cool boy. And you need a level of charisma. Even with Donald Trump, with him being an evil goddamn lunatic, he has charisma, at least.
But that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying, when I say a lame, I don't mean like people like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and you handsome and you all of these things. I mean like internally. Like I could look like this. I could be on this podcast. I could have all whatever emotion I want to and still be a lame loser ass bitch on the inside. Yeah. If in your core, if you're gooey, ooey,
you have some kind of insecurity.
You got some kind of insecurity that you need to fill by hurting people or subjugating people or making them feel small. Because a lot of these niggas in the world all they got the plan. All they need is the platform. Because I've been assaulted and harmed by niggas with money. I've been assaulted and harmed by niggas who ain't have shit in this world. I distinctly remember that nigga who flashed me in that fucking Chapel Beauty parking lot, flashed his fucking dick at me when I was getting in my car. Two men, one man assaulted me, another failed me in that moment. So crazy, because immediately I was like, if he's doing this in this parking lot where only little girls and women come shop, imagine if he didn't have this fucking shitty ass Corolla and he actually had access to really like move about the world like he wanted to. And then you think about the bystanders to the shit too, who don't see it as harm to not help. I went to a police officer who was basically like, damn, that's crazy. He didn't say nothing in his little radio. I said he was like, well, he pulled off. There's nothing I can do. He ain't saying nothing, add a description of the nigga. Try. He didn't even try. That's the world. And so these niggas who are doing harm with very little resources they have, when they get the coin,
perfect. Not only am I gonna show somebody my dick, I'm locking you in this mansion. Everybody has to look at my dick. And I'm sending
you through the seafloor door.
Look at my dick or go get ate by some piranhas.
Look at my dick. Or even when, I don't even know if this is a real story or not. It's been circulating in the internet for so long. Even like when people jokingly tell that story about like Rihanna signing her contract with like, I don't know, Def Jam or Rock Nation or whatever the fuck. And whoever was doing it, I think people say it's Jay-Z, but I don't know if that's true, was basically like, you can sign and leave through the door or you could not sign and leave through the window. And they were on like the 30th floor or some shit. That's the kind of shit people just joke about. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of harm towards women that people just like kiki about. And it's
okay because it's us.
And then the worst part of all of this is people coming out now that was like, oh yeah, I might have been at the party, but I never really hung out with him, or I might have known what was going on, but I didn't participate in none of it. If you knew what was going on and you didn't say nothing, you did participate in some of it.
And the fucked up part is, even if you did say something, just the same way you told that cop. I don't know. It's Diddy, so I mean, it's Epstein. I don't know what am I supposed to do? So in a world where no one gives a fuck, even if you do tell,
then what?
So should we just start?
I mean, I personally believe everybody in those files.
Where's the mass vigilante superhero that we need? You know what I'm saying? Like, to do the right thing.
That person would need to be rich. And that's the thing. That's why when you look at Batman didn't have nothing to do but be Batman because he was a billionaire. He had the resources.
The person that gives enough of a fuck is at work.
Because if I didn't have nothing to do but mete out justice, if I didn't have anything to do.
I could afford to cover my own ass and I'll deal with me and God later.
That's why when I go back to what happened between me and my neighbor, that's who I would be if I had the money. I was just drunk and I just didn't give a fuck no more. But if I had the resources to just whoop ass, if I had the resources and I had the team of lawyers to back me up,
that's why I'm like, Dwayne's like, oh, what? Look at this pink gun. Do you want a gun? And I was just like, I don't need
a gun.
Don't give me that. Don't give me that because, and I feel like when we think of everybody like when laugh about being a crash out, go crash out with a purpose. All them little YN walk them down 5,000s, still killing your ops. We need you niggas on the front lines.
Yeah, go do that.
I watched a video. This is a little pivot. I watched a video the other day, and she was like, we tell these little black boys in the streets and these black girls in the streets that it's either dead or jail. What they don't tell you about is these rehab centers. These young black boys in here are like paraplegic, quadriplegic, vegetables, whatever the fuck. Sometimes you don't die.
Yeah.
And now you're just stuck in whatever this is. And I feel like if you would tell more people these are your options, there's a secret third thing.
There's a secret third.
And it's this, and sometimes they just tell the news that the boys die, so the ops don't come circle back and shoot up the little rehabilitation center. But that's some crazy shit. And you think about how these streets are, how these boys are in the streets and all this stuff. Young King, what's the boy name? Fuck, with the eyes. Not King Von. No, the one with the eyes, with the kids, India Love boyfriend. And India Royale.
I know Pooh Shiesty, I know Dirt. King Von Dirt.
Yeah. He slid for Von, now he got a murder for hire case. Why y'all can't slide for America? Why George Zimmerman still walking around?
Why you can't slide on Epstein?
Slide on Epstein.
Slide on that nigga.
Slide on the island.
I think that nigga's still alive. That is a conspiracy theory that I believe. That nigga's not dead. He's not dead.
I feel like all the people on that list, including Chris Tucker, which I'm like, not Christopher.
I think that's why Chris Tucker turned his life. I think he got there. I could truly imagine Chris Tucker getting there and being like,
Y'all said it was hoes?
I
Whoa.
thought it was going to be hoes. I did not know it was going to be first graders. I didn't know.
I just imagine you got that. What kind of hoes you want? You want children? Like, whoa, hold on, man. Come on, man. I don't want no kids, man.
I get to an island and they offer me a child, I will swim home.
But
Don't fucking worry about it,
I
bitch.
feel like you not just on Epstein Island. I didn't know it was young hoes. I feel like it's in the brochure. We got anything you want. Anything.
But I think also anything and a billionaire's anything, the Rothschilds were allegedly hunting people with like arrows and shit and harpoons and bazookas
so
and
much.
whatnot. Like, even like you look at people who do weird shit to animals, and not even in no like sexual way, but you look at people who like, you want to go kill an elephant and rip its tusks out. What the fuck? I had to spatchcock a dead turkey, and I wanted to cry.
What is that?
What is what?
What is spatchcock?
So a spatchcock is when you remove the neck bone and other inner things from a poultry bird, and then you crack the breastbone of said bird and kind of like lay it
when
flat.
You lay it flat, yeah.
Yes. But I wanted to cry, and the bird had been dead for probably a long time. Made me want to cry. You want to go shoot a mountain lion? You want to go kill a whale?
And that's why shit is endangered now, because you over there just killing shit because it's fun.
But it's weird. It's power. It's that I can do this thing to this thing.
There's nothing you can do about it.
And it's nothing they can do about it, nothing you can do about it. And I'm going to keep doing it, and I'm going to do it over and over and over again. And that is the darkness in people that, like, everybody has darkness in them. I think people are lazy and don't want to turn their darkness into good. And then I also think, even as a person with a very traumatic childhood, a person that's been through a whole bunch, people want to take their traumas and the shit that they've been through and the shit that they had to pull themselves up from and make that as an excuse to why they became an abuser, or make that as an excuse and do it to someone else. No, bitch. No.
Fix it.
Fix it. Or if you're not going to fix it, leave people alone. One of the reasons that I don't have children, and I'm not planning to have any children right now, I think I would make an excellent mother. I think I would be a good mother. My temper is not ready for a child. My emotional stability is not ready for a child. And I have the common decency to say, just because you grew up unregulated or just because you grew up in dysfunction doesn't then mean you get to say she'll be all right or he'll be all right to another human being.
And God just be letting anybody have a child. And that'd be the crazy thing. It's mothers fasting and praying for a baby right now.
And y'all gave my daddy a baby?
I was going to say Krishan. But
Listen.
Did you see, I accidentally followed against some blog stuff. Him, Blueface, and NLE Chopper are arguing.
Them niggas should never be in the same room.
Well, I hope they don't get it, because they're arguing and they're trying to fight. They're trying to set up a fight. And NLE Chopper, who just sounds like a light
Who
skin.
is NLE? Oh, that's
the big
If I Was a Bad Bitch,
yeah,
I Want to Fuck Me Too. Okay.
So, who was also violent and like choked his baby mama or some shit some years ago. And
Niggas love choking their baby mama.
So he sells Blueface, let's go son for son, and you stand your son up and see if he can hold his hand to his mouth, fuck nigga. Something along those lines. I said, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? He said, yeah, I'm out of pocket, ain't it? And I'm like, what the fuck?
Now, when he come turn your ass into ramen noodles,
let it happen. Honestly, both of them, y'all shoot each other.
I mean, honestly, both of them niggas are violent towards women. If they could cancel each other out,
that's what I'm saying.
Fine by me.
And then Blueface's response was not even defending his disabled child, but was like, nah, I got another son. I'm going to sick on your son. So you just not going to defend the special needs child. And this is who God's giving children to.
God gave a child to the nigga that made Bust Down Tatiana.
I want to see you bust down. And the baby mama looked like Drewski. The non-Krishan one. The other one.
Oh, sorry, I was drinking, and then it got stuck. I think you said that stupid shit. Now I'm just out. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I burped it. Oh, we didn't do jokes of the week.
Joke of the week. Oh, so speaking of, I almost died at chicken salad chick.
She did.
On the way here, before we got here, I almost my life. And as I was eating my sandwich, we were having a good time. We're kikiing, gossiping it up.
Good gossip.
And I take a bite of my broccoli salad, as I do.
As one does.
Went down the wrong pipe. I immediately, Tally freaks the fuck out. She stands up. Now it's a scene.
Yeah.
There are miscellaneous white women checking on me. I never want to be in a situation
Well,
where white
I
women.
stood up because I was gonna Heimlich you if you didn't stop. I was gonna Heimlich you. That's what I want you to know. I smacked her on the back hard.
So
two
hard.
times. If them 2 hits didn't work, you was finna get humped in that restaurant. I was finna fucking
I was
Heimlich
in
your
so
ass
much fucking
crazy.
distress in this goddamn restaurant, y'all. I literally, and at this point now, it's a scene. People are looking at me. I still can't breathe at this point. Tally's up. I'm like, that's it. This is my moment. I'm coming, Elizabeth. Like I'm coming. Stand for the sun done died, by the way. And I'm just like, I'm gonna die
In a
chicken salad chick.
Well, you wouldn't have died. You would have gotten my inaugural Heimlich, first of all. That would have been
So
the
you don't even know
first
what you're
time.
doing for real.
Not even a little bit. But I was gonna figure it out. What I was doing after I hit you, I was like, in my mind, I was like, Heimlich, 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 Heimlich. Like I was trying to call it to the front, like when SpongeBob was in his brain and all the files. I'm like, how does
Because the Heimlich's supposed to be like right here. You would have been in my stomach. Now I'm throwing up. It would have been so bad, and I was just trying to. Can you please breathe so this bitch does not go any further?
I was gonna take it there?
I was so, and then it was like the panic of dying left. I'm so embarrassed right now. I am so ashamed that the white women were, because we're in their
Well,
their
Sean
habitat.
said she was a nurse.
She said she was a nurse after the fact. Once I came
And
to,
that's my thing. Why didn't you come over here, bitch? You see me over here smacking her in her back, and you sitting here looking. You know I'm doing it wrong. You know I'm talking about some. Put your hands up. Stand up.
and I didn't want to stand up because if I stood up, the other side was going to see me, and it was just enough. I was like, you know what? Just leave me alone to die right here. let me die by broccoli salad.
Oh no!
right
you
here.
can't go out like that. You can't go out like that.
That is not the way I wanted to go. But I've never been so humiliated in my goddamn life. Don't ever let that shit happen again.
I don't feel bad about any of my actions. I feel like I responded properly.
We sat in silence for about 5 minutes after it.
We did. My joke of the week is that I witnessed a breakup at my local Mexican restaurant.
Fun.
So, mind you, don't nobody be in here but like really like regulars until like dinner time. And then that's when people are like, okay, we're going to go, might take the family out for Mexican, like shit like that might be a different crowd. But during the day, it's me, it's this white gay guy who's a teacher, it's another couple that comes in there, and you know, just loose people that you see all the time. You're like, oh, I recognize your face. And then some of the people who work there come in on their off days to like drink and shit. So I go for my seat at the bar, my Monday seat at the bar. It's a guy sitting in it and then a girl sitting next to him. And I hate when I go somewhere where I'm a regular and somebody is in my unofficial spot.
How dare you?
What gives? Get your fucking ass up, man. Could you move? But I said, okay. So I sit.
Today, like we had the wrong booth. I was like, and that you
That's
know
probably
what?
why you choked.
That's why I chose.
That's probably why you
we
choked.
weren't in our usual booth.
And I believe in superstitions like that so hard. Like I tell people all the time, when I fly on airplanes, I gotta keep the plane in the air bagel and keep the plane in the air coffee. If I don't have my coffee and my bagel,
things are gonna happen.
the plane is gonna fall out of the fucking sky. I'm getting my coffee and my bagel. So, but these people, they are, first of all, the reason that I didn't, because I will, you know me, I don't say anything to a stranger. The reason I didn't say, hey, do you guys mind scooching down is because they both had a serious ass look on their face. They both looked like today was not the day. So I said, oh, okay. So the bar is L-shaped like this, and they sitting right here in my spot. And so I go sit over here where it is only 2 seats. So it's me and a seat for my purse. I said, cool. I sit over there, and they bickering back and forth. And he was like, it's not that deep. It's not that deep for us to break up. Like, it's not that deep. Like, I ain't even really do nothing. Da, 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 da.
These are blacks or white?
These are black people.
Okay.
And so as soon as he said it's not that deep for us to break up, I said, I bet it is. And I clocked in.
Listening to other people's conversation is my greatest joy.
I love fucking eavesdropping. I love being in other people's business so hard.
It brings me joy.
And I love pretending like I'm not listening. So I plugged my headphones into my iPad. Nothing was playing. Nothing. I'm in that conversation.
Because now they think you're listening and they're going even deeper into it.
Right, because they think I'm put up. They think I'm watching something. First of all, I'm playing it off so good that I've put Real Housewives of Atlanta on the screen, turn the volume all the way down. Nothing playing. Nothing. I'm looking at the screen, listening to them. So Shawty was like, just because it wasn't that deep to you, don't mean
It's not deep.
it's not deep to me. Like, I really don't want to do this no more. Like, I came here.
I'm on her side.
Yeah, she's like, I came here, like, out of, like, kindness, you know, because we've been together for however much time. They're not talking so loud, so I have to intently listen. But she was just basically like, I came here. She's like, but we not. Mind you, I've had my own breakup stuff happen in this Mexican restaurant, so I'm feeling a kinship here. I'm like, you know, I feel you, girl. So he's like, we live together. He's like, what do you mean? Like, what are we about to do? Like, you moving out? Like, I'm moving out? Like, what's going on? Da, 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 da. So the bartender comes back around, checks on me. He's like, anything else? I'm like, shh.
My show is on.
My show is on. And then he was like, chips and salsa. I'm like, go over there. So he goes over there and gets him to order their food. The nigga ordered tacos or some shit like that. You know, just regular shit. He ain't got no drink or nothing. He ain't got he's sitting at the bar, no alcohol, just water. This nigga stressed out. She got a fat ass biblically accurate margarita. She got the same shit I got. She got the big bitch like this that got the little bottle of champagne turned over in it. She got the tally special. So I said, okay, taste. Because you had that before I walked in here. Taste. Hey, man, asked that lady what she wanted to eat. She said, I'll have the steak fajitas, floured tortillas, and instead of the salad, I'll have beans. That nigga looked like he wanted to cry. And he was like, you gonna order fajitas at a time like this?
Because fajitas are a celebratory food.
And they were loud. So fast forward, they coming back. He is begging and fighting for his life. He was like, okay, let's just take a break. Like, we don't have to move out, but like, let's just like take a break because like our lease not up till so-and-so and so-and-so. And it sounds like he's more worried about being unhomed than
Because probably her shit.
Because it's probably her shit. So
Which is why she's getting steak fajitas.
Which is why she getting steak fajitas.
So she's buying herself.
He in the middle of his bag and the plate come out. You ain't never heard fajitas for heat in the way that these fajitas came out. Held that bitch like this. Then motherfucker says, and the server, the bartender knew what was going on. So not only did the fajitas come out, he ain't bring him like, he behind the bar right here. He didn't just bring him the short walk from behind the bar to put it on the bar. He walked around the back part of the bar to then put him in front of her. And the black plate was going, and that nigga was trying to talk over the fajitas while they was fajiting. And then fajitas got louder. They was like, and she just sitting there. She's like, so, you know, I think I'm good. Like she when I say she was inflexible, she was unmovable. And I said, exactly. Get your fajitas, get your margarita. And you could tell she was sad. It wasn't like she was like joyous that it was happening.
But it just was.
But it just is what it is.
Yeah.
And you know it has something to do with a bitch. The coldness that she was exhibiting, it was clear that it had something to do with a bitch.
My girl.
And she was done.
You know what? Fajisheia. I stand with you.
We stand with you, Fajisheia.
Fajisheia. Title.
Fajisheia.
Ain't
good. Bam.
Shout out to you.